Hello and welcome to the final Lions Weather Watch. Yes, it's the All Blacks versus Lions third test tomorrow, the final game of the tour, and it feels a bit surreal after 6 weeks of constant Lions games. Oops, I should have showing off my new Lions t-shirt. House of Kiwi versus House of Lions. Thank you, Scott from Rugby United, for the t-shirt, though I'm not sure I'm a XXL. So anyway, here I am in Auckland. It is a bit grey today. We've had some rain. It's all a little bit disturbed. Tomorrow it's looking a bit drier until around game time, and then suddenly the percentage chance of rain jumps up from in the 20s to up to the 80s by the end of the game. So the chances are it is going to be wet. Temperature wise, in the low teens, maybe about 12 degrees, so not too cold relatively speaking, especially not compared to Wellington, and the weather and the wind isn't going to be too breezy either. But yes, it does look like it is going to be wet, and so it's another game where we're going to have lots of high balls and players trying to catch them. In Wellington, just about everybody who jumped to catch a high ball didn't take it. Those who get their feet in the ground had a much better chance of catching it, but obviously if it's being contested, that makes it very difficult. You have to get in the air to try and catch them. So again, expect some knock-ons from kicks, and plenty of contestable kicks to make the players jump to try and get those knock-ons and try and get the ball back. We're going to see a lot of that going on. Again, looking at the selections, obviously we've got Geordie Barrett has come in for the All Blacks, and Julian Surveyor with that inexperienced midfield. He brings a bit more experience into that back three. So again, I'd expect the forwards, because it's wet, to be looking at getting that gain line advantage before releasing these backs. And let's be honest, these backs are designed for turnover play. And so that's where they'll kick returns and turnover plays is where they like to attack from, and a bit of set piece, but not so much multiple phases. That's not really the kind of style that they're after. For the Lions, again, we've got an unchanged side, Sexton and Farrell. A lot of people talk about them being two kickers. They are. They're also two passers. Tio isn't such a good passer as a Farrell, so expect Farrell to be using his long miss passes. Expect Farrell to do his loop around the back of Farrell, expect Sexton, to do his loop around the back of Farrell. I look at trying to release those backs and looking for width when they can get it. The Lions have been talking about trusting their attack, and they need to do so, because that's where their tries are going to come from, rather than that battle up forward. We can't expect them to be mauling over lots of tries. So that's how I see it. It's going to be a wet game at some point. It possibly might start dry and then get wet, or it might be wet all game. We don't know. I mean, this is Auckland. We're by the sea. It changes weather all the time. But as I say, it's unsettled. It has been for several days, so the ground is wet. I was at the All Blacks closed training yesterday. It rained, and it really did bucket down at times during that training session. So both sides have been training in the rain. They'll know what's coming, and they'll expect it. Eden Park is a good turf, and the thing about wet weather rugby is, as long as you've got secure footing, you can still play. It's when you're in a mud bath or unsure of your footing, then players get nervous and they don't try and step, and that's what really kind of brings the level of rugby down. Sure, there will be some handling issues, but these modern balls are really sticky and really good in the wet anyway, and they practice in the wet, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. They'll be used to that. It's the footing. So, wet game at some point. Maybe it starts dry, not too much wind, and not too cold, but I will still be in my thermals and hooded jumper. I'll be at the game, so look out for my reports from the stands, and also perhaps a couple of videos on the Sportsman Twitter feed as well. Hope you enjoyed my Lions coverage. It is all coming to an end. I will be off on vacation for a week, but then I'll be back with all my normal Super Rugby stuff heading into the Rugby Championship. Don't forget, sign up for my newsletter above on Twitter, down below on YouTube. Give it the old thumbs up on YouTube, and please share with all your friends. It's nice to get the word out there, and it's kind of gives me a little fuzzy glow when people actually watch my stuff. It's nice. So thanks, and catch you all later. I'm going to do another video today talking about how tough this tour has been, because there haven't been as many injuries and there haven't been as many losses as expected. So look out for that video as well.